They are the same party, bro. They are the same party. Well, welcome 84 viewers on regular chat. Beautiful. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling tonight? The last conversation was annoying. I just feel like it is people who are very socially isolated. My local weather guy is 100 times more accurate than the NWS, and that data comes from where? And the data is usually wrong. That's one of the biggest conspiracies. Oh, by the way, drop a like on the horizontal stream too. But this is why, bro. I heard this growing up a lot. Conspiracies about the weather, because it's like the weather's always wrong, bro. They said there was gonna be 10 inches last night. There was 15 inches. Or there was gonna be 10 inches last night, but only 5 came. We expect perfection. Perfection, I tell you. Bro, the weatherman was wrong today. That means he's a liberal. Got him. Please drop a like and subscribe. I'm not in the mood today, if you have not noticed. I'm not in the mood. I'm in a bad mood. A grumpy mood. Grumpy, real grumpy. Real grumpy. All right, we'll try the stream one more time for shorts. See if it goes okay. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the channel memberships and everything. Just know. You have to notice every time people say this stuff, it really is attacking the thing that's in front of you, okay? It's the same reason a lot of liberals and activists focus on pronouns and land acknowledgements. It's because it's in your vicinity and you can control it. And these big systemic issues, you cannot control it. Jesus Christ.
And this mineral deal, what does Ukraine get in return, Mr. President?
$350 billion and lots of equipment, and military equipment, and the right to fight on, and originally the right to fight. Look, Ukraine, I will say they're very brave and they're good soldiers, but without the United States and its money and its military equipment, this war would have been over in a very short period of time. In fact,
Ukraine.
So is he admitting that Russia? I don't know, bro. The pro-Russian, the outright pro-Russian is just insane, bro. We'll never get over that, bro. We'll never get over the just insane pro-Russian stance. It's just so sad. Giving them the right to fight on. I mean, all Americans talk like that, though. All Americans talk like that.
look, yeah. See that?
Trump was right about everything. You usually tell people are not right about everything if they need to convince you with every waking moment. If they need to call it the golden age. Like imagine like you're having a you know when they say I don't know. Imagine before you have intercourse with someone, you say, "Hey, you're about to have the best sex of your life." How do you feel? How does that make you? Are you convinced? It's going to be the golden age. We're going to be winning so much, you're going to forget you're winning.
Oligarch be eligible for a gold card?
Yeah, possibly. Hey, I know some Russian oligarchs that are very nice people.
Crazy, dude. Deranged, bro. Deranged.
Russian oligarch be eligible for a gold card?
Yeah, possibly. Hey, I know some Russian oligarchs that are very nice people.
Bro, just import the Russian oligarchs and import the Russian private security forces and take over America. We're going to see people speaking Russian within a week from now, bro. Learn how to speak Russian, bro, if you want to talk to law enforcement. You have no more rights. Russian oligarchs, you can buy your way into America. Buy your way into Trump's White House. Woohoo!
It's possible.
Man, there's a lot of good Russian oligarchs, bro. A lot of good Russian oligarchs. Imagine saying there's a lot of good. I don't even know, bro. There's a lot of good Nazis, bro. There's a lot of good Nazis. A lot of good ones, I'm sure.
Possibly. Hey, I know some Russian oligarchs that are very nice people.
I'm sure he does know Russian oligarchs who are also very nice to him. He probably is friends with a lot of Russian oligarchs, now that I think about it.
It's possible. They're not quite as wealthy as they used to be. They're not as wealthy as they used to be. I think they can afford. $5 million.
So
no, a lot of people are going to want to. A lot of people are going to want to be in this country, and they'll be able to work and provide jobs and build companies and pay taxes. All of those things. It's an incredible. It's an incredible thing. I mean, this is the group that is the first to hear it. Nobody's heard about it. Nobody ever thought about it, but we've been thinking about it very, very strongly over the last week.
Over the last week, bro. Over the last week, bro. We just came up with the idea one night, shooting the shit. Pete Hegseth was popping bottles left and right. Make sure you drop a like on the short stream, by the way. Drop a like on the shorts stream. Get this in the algorithm to get some entertaining calls. Even if you hate the channel, drop some likes for entertaining calls in the shorts stream. Make sure we get some shorts going. We'll take some phone calls once I get one.
And I was going to announce it sometime next week, and I figured, why not? We have a lot of cameras blazing right now. We might as well do it now.
Oh, also the headline: water is flowing again in California, bro. Water is flowing again in California. The so-called water they released in California flooded the farms locally. It drained the water supply for the drought season, and there's zero way for the water to get to California. So when Trump says he drained the water in California, he wasted all of the farmers' water, and there's zero path for the water to get to L.A. in California.
When are we going to let go of January 6th? When are we going to let go of January 6th? We're going to let that go because the man was impeached twice.
That's a crazy statement, bro. When are we going to let go of January 6th, bro?
And convicted on 34 felony counts and still reelected. I mean, at some point in time, somebody like Senator Durbin and others who was asking Pam Bondi about, are you willing to admit?
Fine, ruin my YouTube video. I hate you.
Call from
Sean Black.
to accept.
Hello. Hey, what's going on, bro? You still on live? You still live?
Yep, live right now. What's up?
What's happening, bro? Listen, man. So I support Trump as a black man. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Specifically for like black issues or just like in general?
In general.
So yeah, Trump wants to cut taxes and add to the deficit $2 trillion per year over the next 10 years. And he's going to pay for those tax cuts for the ultra wealthy by cutting from programs like Medicaid, which goes to majority working class families. 41% goes to kids, or I think 41% of births in the U.S. are possible in a healthy manner because of Medicaid. And also, globally, we're kind of ruining the U.S. position on the global stage right now with Ukraine, Russia, Canada, Greenland, Denmark, the EU, all these different countries. And we're cozying up to countries like Russia, China, North Korea, Hungary. We're cozying up to more authoritarian dictator type countries. And yeah, I think that's not good.
So let me ask you. So when the UK, in its long history of colonialism, would you call them a dictatorship, even though they are like a semi-democracy?
The UK today, I would not call a dictatorship.
Why not? They still have colonial. They're still a colonial power. They're still got people under their boot. This is my problem with, and nothing against you personally, bro. But who cares whether Ukraine is getting annexed? I live here in America where my life ain't right. These dudes ain't doing nothing. Joe Biden, his inflation killed my family, bro.
Well, Joe Biden did not cause the inflation, though.
It don't matter. Was he in office?
Yeah, but America had the
What did
strongest
he do?
recovery
What
back
did
from
he
the
do to
pandemic.
fight it? Tell me what he did to fight it.
Yeah, but Trump is going the
He looked
opposite
sweet.
direction.
I didn't ask you about Trump. What did he do to
I can
fight
name
it?
all the policies Biden did, but they're more long-term policies. They had the American Rescue
Oh,
Plan
so
for
then
a
he did
short-term
nothing.
benefit.
So the answer to that question
No,
is
it's
he
not
did nothing.
nothing. It's just about investments.
It is
It's about making
nothing.
good
Did
investments
my
for the American
pocket see
people.
it? Did my pocket see it?
Well, I'm sorry you personally
See,
didn't benefit,
this is what's wrong.
but I can talk about what they did.
Exactly. See, it's all about personal perception, right? So when you get on
Yeah, for you.
get on your show and you be talking this crazy stuff, you ain't talking about real people on the ground. You
Yeah, I
reading
am.
off a
If
sheet.
you let me talk, you sound
You're
emotional
talking
right
about
now. You
sheep.
gotta
Well, then
chill.
tell
You're
me
sounding
where my
emotional.
money's at.
Hey, chill.
Shit, hey, I'm not emotional.
Chill. Calm
I'm
down. Let me
asking,
talk then.
don't
Let
tell
me
me
talk
to
then.
chill,
Prove it.
dog.
Prove it. Have a conversation back and
No,
forth then. Prove
I
it.
don't want to hear about it.
Chill.
Where's my money at?
Chill.
Don't prove where my money is. Where's my money
Chill.
at? Man, listen, soft man. Where's my money at? See, that's the
I
problem.
don't owe you money.
wanna
Chill.
sit-
Hey, if you're not gonna let me talk, I'll hang
up.
up. I'll hang up if you don't want to talk,
Yeah,
bro.
hang up then.
Okay. I'll talk to someone else, bro. We're having conversations here. If you're spazzing that hard, go talk to someone else, dude. Go do something else. I don't gotta do that. Chill. I'll talk to a emotionally mature person. Why would I take your opinion if you can't handle a conversation? What kind of a person are you if you can't handle a conversation where both people get a chance to talk? In any way possible. I'm not gonna ask you to explain yourself and then scream over you. All right, someone else call in.
Okay, so not that I disagree with you that like Trump is a fraud and Elon Musk is terrible, but can we at least admit that the U.S. aid was wasting a lot of money? Not that it was all bad. Like, yeah, giving like food to like starving people in Africa isn't a bad thing.
I swear, if this voicemail brings up like gay stuff, like gay plays and gay parades and stuff, bro, and he's like, USAID wasted a lot of money. We spent $100 million on Ivanka Trump's DEI initiatives globally for her women's movement, whatever it was called. Just because you're anti-LGBT does not mean having gay propaganda is a bad thing. Having more accepting views of LGBT issues is usually a pretty good factor in determining if your country is really free or not, because authoritarian countries are anti-gay. Funding a $30,000 play somewhere or a parade is well along the lines of effective propaganda. But still, it was probably still 0.00001% of USAID's budget, which was 1% or less than 1% of the federal budget. Either way, if you want to argue we shouldn't be spending money on certain things, you can do that. But destroying the entire agency of USAID is 100% a pro-China move.
But why the fuck? Sorry, I shouldn't cut. So why were we?
What's this?
Call from
Chats.
Hello.
Yo, how's it going? This is Jolah.
Yeah, this is Jolah Talks Politics. What's up?
That's what's up, man. How's it going, brother?
Going all right.
Oh.
Beautiful Tuesday night in America. I think it's, Tuesday night in America.
Yes, sir. It's 11:35. So I'm seeing here it's Trump is terrible. Prove me wrong. And I've seen we've been talking about Ukraine. That seems like a major PowerPoint of the debate, and I'm willing to debate on matters of Ukraine.
Do you have bad reception by chance?
Oh, no, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, your
No,
voice is
yeah.
like extremely choppy. I don't know if like calling back would help, but yeah, you're like I think the chat would agree. Your voice is super choppy. Would you try calling back real quick?
Oh, yeah, I got you, brother.
All right. I don't know why I was doing that. Did it sound choppy to you guys? Yeah, it's cutting. Okay, yeah. Yes, it is. This phone is breaking up. Soft power is more effective and long-term viable than hard power. Yeah, and it's less destabilizing. But the issue is in America, we're going to more authoritarian principles. So the soft power that would be seen in free countries, we don't like that here.
Call from
Chats.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, brother. Listen, man. You know what I'm saying? First of all, that's childish. Trying to hang up on somebody. You know what I mean? But here's the rub.
Oh, that's the wrong number. My bad. Drop a like on the shorts stream. We might be cooked for tonight with calls, guys. Not gonna lie. Bro, you're not gonna... Wait a second. Wait a second. That guy. I'm so confused. I'm so confused about this. If I got a call from there, and a call from there, what number called me then? I don't know what number that was then.
call from
Caleb.
Hello?
Hello. What's going on?
Nothing much. Is this Caleb from chat?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, from I don't know
Are
what
you
chat
new?
is, but I'm just just calling in. First time
yeah, pause the
listener.
stream. Pause the stream in the background.
Oh, hold
I
on.
can hear it echoing.
You hear something?
You're good now.
Okay. Dope. How's it going?
It's going all right. How are you?
I'm doing pretty
I'm
good.
good,
I was
brother.
just
So check
chilling,
this out,
watching
man.
The
This is what we're
Simpsons,
going
and
to
then I
talk
started-
about. We're going to talk about
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
There's a weird. Did you just like do a fun little button for me or something? Give me a little sound
No.
effect.
I think I added someone else to the call by accident.
Oh, dude, I. That's awesome. Let's get the third person.
All right, what's up?
Dude, nothing. No, I just wanted to give you a compliment or whatever. I haven't seen anyone on like YouTube Shorts with like a phone call with the phone number, available to chit chat in like 2 seconds. I thought that was kind of a cool concept. I hadn't seen that. Of course, I've seen people calling to Twitch or whatever, but I didn't know it was that easy. So yeah, first time listener for 30 seconds, doom scrolling, first time caller, just saying hi. That was a cool concept.
Yeah, thanks for calling in. Hope you stick around the channel. I appreciate the phone calls. I might retire soon, but I have been growing pretty quickly, so hopefully we keep on going on this trajectory. Tonight's I'm in a terrible mood tonight, but yeah, thank you for join the Discord, by the way. Join the Discord, and under my videos or a model, give you the Discord link.
Okay, cool. Why you retire here?
It's painful.
Yeah. Do you have to do like a normal date, like a 9 to 5 or whatever as well, and then you got
Yeah, I
come
do
home?
I have 2 other jobs I do, and then I do this.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. I
This
hear
is my
that.
3rd job, but it's gonna be my 2nd
yeah.
job soon.
Oh, that's exciting. So you
Yeah.
retire from the other one, and then you're gonna be a 2-trick pony instead of a 3. That's pretty
Well, under
neat.
Trump's economy, I might need 5 jobs, to be fair.
Well, that remains to be seen, though, right? I mean, you could get
Yeah.
lucky. Maybe you only need 4.
I joined the Discord. I talked to everyone in community chat after the streams in Discord. I am getting a call from hopefully a Trump supporter though. But thank you for calling.
Okay. Hey, take care. All right, bye.
Have a good one. Thank you.
call from
Dixon Zatter.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. You're on the line.
Hey, sorry, hello, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hey, I was just watching your thing that says Trump is terrible, proving you're on. Elon Musk is a fraud. I was kind of just curious of your thoughts of do you think what he's doing is good? I guess Elon Musk, his outlook on all the corruption, is that a good thing for you?
No, because for them, corruption, abuse, waste, and fraud means things I don't like. they're not finding actual corruption. They actually fired all the people that are responsible for reporting corruption, making reports, and making like adjustments to the budgets. What they're doing right now is probably stealing information. They might be doing ideological purges, trying to make sure liberals are not in the government, but they're doing nothing concerning like fraud, or like cutting budgets. In fact, they're increasing the budget and deficit by quite a lot.
Where do you like? I'm not saying that you're wrong, or I'm not like saying you're right, but like, where are you getting, like, when you get your news, like, where do you usually get your sources from? Like when you look things up.
So right now, when Musk makes a claim on Twitter, I can fact check it on usaspending.org, which is, or .gov, I mean, which is publicly reported funds. It's all public, and they say like Doge found it. That's not true. Americans just never really looked into it. What's that?
What's the website?
usaspending.gov. So everything's reported. Doge has not revealed anything, and they've lied multiple times about very blatant things. And have been easily fact-checked. I don't think they've said they have not shown one case of waste, fraud, or abuse, but that's just like their propaganda line they want to use to cut Medicaid.
You see, he has like a Doge tracker, like where he like all of his army of people. They go and they post their like everything that's like Doge. You could look it up, it's like DogeTracker.com, and I mean it's literally Elon Musk. And when you say that they haven't found any corruption, I'm kind of like curious, like.
So on the Doge live tracker, there's a gambling page at the bottom, so that's great. Polymarket gambling. $52 billion saved. That number's not true, by the way. Like, there's nothing in the budget that shows any savings at all in these areas. They cooked the books on a few of these. So, for example, there was a contract that was $8 million, and they cooked the books to say it was $8 billion that they cut. So, I mean, they have not proved anything on this website. And even Polymarket had to shut a couple of these down because it wasn't like a true thing.
Okay. So you discredit it. So like you just don't like believe that like it's not you think it's not true, or
based on so when they show you graphs and data or make claims, they show nothing to back it up.
All of it's true, or you just like, do you think there's any corruption or like bad spending that's been like, found by them? Like is there anything like? You just think
so far, they've given. Does it exist in the government?
Do you think they saved or did anything good to the government? I guess
Doge has not done anything positive at all for this country. Only negative. And they're using it as a Trojan horse to cut things like Medicaid and to give tax cuts to the ultra wealthy. They have not proven or substantiated one thing they've said. It's all been propaganda and just signal boosting these absurd claims about the budget. And they could say numbers, but there's no way to verify anything because they lie about their books and there's no transparency. So like Democrats and Republicans both were asking who leads Doge and they got no answers. And, can we see what Doge is doing? They got no answers. We have zero reports. We have nothing.
Wait, say who was asked that question?
Democrats and Republicans were asking for more transparency, but Doge is not revealing literally anything they're doing. We have no proof of it. I mean, they can show graphs as much as they want.
They say that they have the tracker. That's them trying to prove their transparency. And like Elon Musk, he actually got asked that question on Fox, like when they did the thing. And the
tracker has no information on it, bro. The tracker has zero information on it. All they have is like stuff about gay people.
That's from like when you guys ask for like transparency, that's them trying to deliver transparency. And like when you say like I mean, I don't know, like don't you think it's kind of wrong to say that he's like his information is false? I guess when like you ask for transparency, he literally has like a tracker that shows everything.
Hey. So for transparency, I can lie my ass off to you. I have to provide evidence and records. I'd be transparent. And I would show you what we're doing in these agencies. I would not put it together in a cute package on my website and give you, for example, the top topic lines are about wild horse and donkey vaccines for $3 million, development of another vaccine, cancer treatments, COVID relief funds. They lied about like a pickleball complex. Like this stuff is not substantiated. A study torturing.
I got you. Let me not to get off topic, and I'm not discrediting what you're saying, but do you think Trump loves America?
No.
Do you think Joe Biden loves America?
Yeah, definitely. He might not be perfect, but he definitely loves
Okay,
America.
but honestly, do you actually think Trump is a racist?
Judging by things he says and does, yeah. Not explicitly. He doesn't say the N-word, but he does call like black people thugs, or he says that like immigrants, you could tell if they're criminals just by looking at them, which is pretty not good.
Don't you want those people out of the country though, like the ones that are here illegally?
Trump says pretty much every immigrant is here illegally. He gets everyone convinced that every immigrant is a violent, bloodthirsty rapist. So yeah, that's pretty racist, because when you look at the actual numbers, a majority of the people being deported right now are not even here illegally. They're undocumented, but they're not illegal citizens. They're not illegal aliens or whatever. He just uses that as a propaganda point. No one disagrees that if someone is not here legally and they commit a violent crime, they should be deported. Like, no one disagrees with that at all. We disagree that kids should be ripped away from their families because their parents overstayed a visa that they've been working here for over 10 years, and they were promised a path to citizenship that they never got.
And then their dad is getting caught, injecting heroin in his cock or something like that, of that nature.
The fact that you think injecting heroin into someone's cock is an example for immigration, do you not think that has any racial bias or any kind of bias at all? Is that your view of immigrants?
Do I think what is bias?
Even you having that come to your mind when you think of an immigrant family, like, that's anti-American to even say what you just said.
No, I'm just saying, like, because you said that, that's what they do. They rip them apart. And I was just saying, like, as an example, like, if you go on, like, Kingston Avenue on, like, Philadelphia or whatnot.
Did you hear me just say that everyone agrees about crime? I'm talking about families that at the worst have a civil infraction, or they're seeking asylum, or they're here completely illegally under protective status, like the Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio. I'm talking about people being ripped apart by our government and millions of taxpayer dollars being spent on deportations that are not going after violent criminals. That's the point. I'm not talking about violent criminals. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the families being torn apart for no reason, the community members and our neighbors being torn apart for no reason.
I got you. And I agree and disagree with you. We can agree to disagree maybe. But what about this? How come the Democrats in California, how come they get around like in Bohemian Grove, they go out there and just do some unethical things? Why is that a true thing? There's video of it on there.
You said the word thing 15 times. What are you talking about?
Like Bohemian Grove, like, do you know about that? Like that place in California where the Democrats get together. It's like supposedly a cult, and they worship an owl statue, and like Bill
like
Clinton
Drake,
was there.
like OVO.
Yeah, like that owl. Yeah, kind of like that owl. Look it up though. Look it up. How can we trust them? I'm just trying to.
Okay, so there's elite, there's rich people parties everywhere, and Republicans and Democrats both go to these parties. It's for elite circles in general.
Okay,
including,
so
but like, do you trust Trump? Trump is like the king of this, by the way.
If we're not in that elite circle, how do we even know like what's even true and what's not true?
Because we can. Actually, the bureaucracy is a great way to do that, because bureaucracy is not full of elites. They're full of working people and Americans that care about their fellow Americans. Like, bureaucracy is one thing that prevents elites from taking power, but that's why Elon Musk and Trump wants to cut bureaucracy, because bureaucracy is a lot of military vets. It's a lot of people that went into university to study something, to learn more about how they can help people. Bureaucracy is usually full of a lot of great people. So bureaucracy is actually very anti-elite. But the elites right now are convincing you to kill bureaucracy because they want to be able to have more corrupt power. Do you think Elon Musk and Donald Trump are trustworthy?
When you say bureaucracy, and we're paying $40 million to film the Elm Street, the Hollywood, the Sesame Street in Iraq, or the Taliban version or whatever.
Do you realize that I'm not talking about, like, there's veterans that work on the veteran suicide hotline that were cut. Like 6,000 veterans lost their job in those Doge cuts. Firefighters, law enforcement, those who investigate child sexual abuse cases, those who investigate child sex trafficking, like a bunch of people with very important jobs.
You know anybody personally that
yes, and they do a very important job.
Call them up.
What?
Call them up. Add them to the call.
No?
All right, man. Well, you have a great night. I just
You
have to
are a
get to it.
dumbass, bro. You are stupid. You are a stupid mother trucker. Holy shit.
Hey, we'll debate another time. You know.
Nah,
thank you
this
for
is
the
not a
conversation.
debate. This is you mumbling a bunch of bullshit and me having to try and guide you along like a little kid chasing a freaking, I don't even know. You're a child. What the
Okay.
hell? You're like, oh, the elites, we can't. Do you trust Donald Trump and Elon Musk?
Like in what terms? Like for what?
You just said we can't trust the elites, right?
Would you trust the elites, man? I mean,
Do
honestly,
you
what the
trust
hell?
Donald Trump and
What
Elon
question is
Musk?
that?
Wait. If you don't trust the elites, that means you don't trust Elon Musk and Donald Trump, right?
I don't even think they're the elites, man.
Bro, they're not like the other girls. You are gay. You are gay for Trump. You are gay for Trump and Elon Musk. You need an identity. Go get an identity. Go get a job. Go get a girlfriend. Go wake up in the morning and do something for yourself, buddy. Your confidence is too low for this shit. I meant gay as in like attracted to Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I did not mean it in a pejorative way. I'm sorry. Gay people. I love you. I am you. I'm in you. Spiritually. They're not like the other elites. They're my elites.
Call from
Alex.
Hello.
Hello, my dude. How you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, a little harsh on the last dude, but I guess that's just the nature of the game. Yeah, do I support Donald Trump and Elon Musk? I mean, I think the question is always more like compared to what, and what what I would compare it to most recently would be the last administration. And I just think that at least with Doge, like I understand that it's really hard to get like transparency, like how do you really know what's going on? Like, yeah, it's on this website. I don't really know. I can only look at all the sources of information that are available to me. But, at very least, I think what Doge is doing is at least exposing a lot of the money that's being spent on a lot of the projects around the world in the name of Americans who are spending their money on this. They have no idea. Like, at very least, right, what I feel like we're getting is slanted, call it whatever you want. Everybody's got an agenda, but at least you're getting somewhat of a better view of how people are spending our money in our name around the world. And that's absolutely not anything that you ever got with Biden, that you ever would have got with the Democratic Party, and honestly with any other, even Republican, right? As unfortunate of a messenger Donald Trump is, he's not quite the same as any other Republican. He's not quite the same as any other Democrat.
Yeah, he's way worse.
I wouldn't say it doesn't compare.
By the way, just
to
really
what?
quick,
Again,
everything on
Doge.
everything Doge talked about has been publicly available. The American people have not looked into it. You could say maybe politicians should have popularized it more and talked about it more. But there were actual reports on waste. Everything they talked about is on the USAspending.gov. And yeah, they've exposed no corruption or fraud at all. There's not one example of it. There's been a lot of lies. But
I would disagree with that. I mean, look, I can't tell you what's a lie and what's not. Neither can you. But as far as like waste, at least there's plenty of waste. I mean, like, and the one thing that comes to mind just immediately off the top of my head is that ridiculous story about how many federal employees can be retired at any given time. Did you watch that? He was being interviewed in the Oval Office with his kid on his shoulder, whatever. But he was talking about how basically only 10,000 people per year from the federal government were able to be retired, right? 10,000, something like that, 1 year or a month. I don't remember what that actual number was. But it's essentially because none of it's digital, right? You're having all of these processes like the retirement process in particular, the bottleneck was literally how many pieces of paper people could fill out and then take physically down from wherever they are down into a mine, into their, I mean, there are just things like that all over the place. There are antiquated systems that would never exist, would never manage to survive in the private sector because of competition and the need to basically having to perform within the market, right? But now you have all these super old systems that are now just costing more and more money and we're just keep throwing money at it. And you're sitting there saying
Democrats are the ones that tried to
but
fix
you're
that, by the
sitting
way.
there saying-
This has
you're
been
sitting
done
there
before.
saying that we need this bureaucracy. That's what you were saying.
Bureaucracy is a great thing
oh my
for
God.
anti-corruption.
Oh, it's a great. Oh my God.
Yeah, for
That's so
anti-corruption.
ridiculous.
Okay, you're making a
That's
funny voice, but
ridiculous.
you don't know how the shit works. Do you know how it works? Do you know why it's anti-corruption, or why would I make that argument?
No, I'm just saying that it's a silly thing to say.
No, you just
that
don't understand it.
bureaucracy is
You don't
inherently
understand
a
it. You're
good
not. You
thing.
don't know enough information to say it's a dumb thing to say. Yes, it's a good thing. Yeah, it is. It's
Why
a bunch
don't
of
you just
vets. It's a
listen to
bunch
what
of
I'm
public
saying
workers.
instead of getting all emotional? And
I'm not getting
upset
emotional. I'm telling you
because
facts. And you're
can't
getting offended
hang.
because I want you to actually substantiate things. So, you know why bureaucracy is anti-corruption? Do you know how it's designed? Do you know how our government is even like functional?
I just think it's an overly simplified, immature perspective on the word bureaucracy. to say
Your
it's either
perspective is
good or
oversimplified,
bad.
and well, Elon Musk
No,
literally
you're the
says
one that
bureaucracy is
said that-
bad.
you're
Musk
the
is
one
the one that
talking about
says it's always
bureaucracy
bad.
being wonderful and great.
Do
That's
you think
not
Musk
the
has
thing.
a? Do you think
You need
Musk
enough-
has an insecure look
Oh
in
my
bureaucracy?
God. Don't act like we are not going to agree on what I'm about to just say, which is bureaucracy is only good in moderation. There's a certain amount of bureaucracy that
You
is
think
going
it's
to
like
limit
drinking?
fraud and going to limit abuse, but then too much bureaucracy, you will wind up choking the system.
You don't. Okay, explain what
Overregulation
bureaucracy
ruins
is. Explain what
everything.
bureaucracy is. Explain how bureaucracy works.
Bureaucracy is just explain how bureaucracy works. Bureaucracy is a system of different individuals who are all set up with different processes to manage a particular thing. It's just processes of people that are working together to accomplish a particular task. That process can be efficient or it can be inefficient, but bureaucracy is neither good or bad.
You know that Social Security has a lower fraud rate than any private insurance company.
Based on what? Based on
their
lie.
point,
You
their
call my
0.83% miss
facts
rate.
lies. I call
No, their
that
point.
a
Okay,
lie.
reported by their investigators general. Okay, the 0.83% miss rate when it comes to fraudulent payments is much lower than private insurance companies. We have investigators generals who actually do this research on waste, fraud, and abuse, like real research on it. There's reports on it right now, but Trump fired all of them for every single agency because he wants no oversight, because he wants to do illegal, unconstitutional things without anyone to stop him.
Actually,
we can talk
the
about
reason why
different
he fired
specifics.
everyone, whoa, you can't just blow past that.
Calm
The reason
down.
why he fired everyone is because every single one of these wonderful bureaucracies, according to you, has been overbloated. It's dripping with fat. Every single one of these organizations has been.
You realize he's firing people from. He's firing his own appointees and Bush and Reagan appointees.
Spending the money. And
Yeah,
so,
they are paying
listen,
attention. It's all public. It's all public information. It's all in the budgets. You can pay attention if you really want to, but now it's being politicized. Trump is firing people from his own appointees. He's firing people from the Reagan administration, from Bush administration. He's firing anyone who's not going to be a complete loyalist. There are prosecutors right now stepping down who are Antonin Scalia clerks who say Trump is so illegal, is doing such illegal activities that they need to step down from this administration. He just purged the military of their lawyers. He purged a bunch of other generals and other workers from bureaucracy out for ideological reasons. They're trying to make sure there's no checks and balances on the executive branch at all, and that's why he said he's above all laws. But yeah, like USAID, do you think everything USAID does is bad?
No, I don't think that everything USAID does is bad, but I also don't think that Trump and Elon Musk are slicing the bureaucracy right now just so that they can accumulate power to themselves like Biden would. But basically what they're doing...
What you just said makes no sense. What you just said makes no sense at all. Biden did not do this.
Elon is doing to the federal government what he did for Twitter, which is
Twitter brings in 20% of the revenue that it did when he bought it.
Any large organization.
Elon Musk made Twitter die. Twitter is dead as a company, by the way. Twitter is dead as a company. He just makes enough money. He makes enough money. He makes
buy it for pennies on the dollar.
He didn't save it from bankruptcy. Do you think he saved Twitter from bankruptcy?
No, but what I'm saying, if a company goes bankrupt and then someone buys it for pennies on the dollar for those assets, it goes and has to take a broken machine and make it efficient again. What you are supposed to do is cut massively. You take big, massive.
There is no. Okay, wait. There is
Listen,
no audit. There is no audit for a company or a government that takes 2 days to close entire agencies. They closed all of USAID within like 2 days, unilaterally, without approval from Congress, which is unconstitutional. Courts already deemed the funding freezes to be unconstitutional, especially shutting down the departments and installing private servers with a random group of people that were not even official government employees at the time. I know they're special government employees now, but getting rid of all of USAID, all of it, in days is not how you do audits. If you understand anything about any large organization, no audits are done within days that would justify shutting down entire programs, especially when people like Marco Rubio literally said USAID was a huge instrument in defeating China like a year ago. Now he's just following whatever the party says. And closing the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is one of the most outright outrageous things. And he did it. He did not even say there was any waste, fraud, and abuse in the CFPB. He just closed it because Elon Musk wants corruption to be more legal. Yeah, that's why they got rid of the CFPB. More legal corruption. Yeah.
It's a silly straw man conclusion.
That's not a straw man. These are companies directly investigating Elon Musk and investigating rich people. That agency wants to protect American people from corruption. It came after 2008. They protect Americans from corrupt financial institutions. That's a good thing. They return money back to Americans.
If there's anything I've learned since the beginning of COVID, really, is that all those organizations
you're not going to confront anything about what I said.
Don't have any of our interests in mind, dude. None of those people. You think okay?
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has returned $21 billion back to Americans. Do you care? Do you care about information, or do you care about propaganda and bullshit? Do you want to sound like an informed person? Do you want to be informed, or do you want to be a bullshitter? Because we could talk about the CFPB. They returned $21 billion back to the American people since 2010, which is far more than it costs to run. So the CFPB, so the CFPB is a really good agency. Do you think the CFPB is a bad agency?
Teach me how to bullshit. Come on.
Well, you can start by responding to my points, and you could be a little bit respectful in this debate. Do you think CFPB is a bad agency?
Are
you going to cry? Are you going to cry? Okay. Everyone in the audience, notice how he's not. Notice how he's not going to respond. Notice how he's not going to respond to my points because he cannot respond to my points. He cannot respond to that. Why is the CFPB bad? Why did he kill that in one day?
Like an asshole.
Why did you respond? Why do you not respond to my points? Why do you keep crying instead of responding to my points? CFPB, why is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau bad?
Dude.
Why is it bad?
Why is what bad?
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, why is that bad?
Because he killed it in one day. Musk did.
Look, man, economics are complicated. All I'm going to say is that yeah, you got me. Fucking hyena.
Listen, man, it's too complicated, bro. He killed it in one day with zero. He didn't even lie about that. He just killed it.
That what you gotta do when you're trying to reform a massive organization or something as complex as what he's doing.
You have to cut it in one day. It's so complex, you need to just cut the entire thing. Yes.
Fucking interrupt. Keep going.
It's so complex. It's so complex, you need to cut the entire thing with a wrecking ball. That's how you fix complex organizations, dumbass. Imagine believing that about business. We can tell you never did anything complicated.
Okay, yeah,
holy shit.
Like just cut me off. So you
dumbass. Dude, it's so complicated. We could just cut it all at once, bro. We're just going to cut it all at once. Nothing bad can happen. It's so complicated.
You're so pathetic.
It's so complicated, bro.
You're just sad, pathetic, dude. Jesus Christ. What you do is you cut big. You make all the cuts. You front load all the pain. You take all of that waste.
That's so stupid.
Oh my god, it's so stupid. And you take away more. Then you take away more than you know that you're going to need.
Oh my god.
And then you go and you fill in those gaps.
You sound like you're eating at a fucking buffet, bro. That's how you eat at a buffet. That's how you eat at a buffet. That's not how you reform the government, bro. What the fuck?
What the hell are you talking about?
What kind of drugs do they have you on? You're talking like you're eating at a buffet. You front load it first. You take all the dude. That's not how any of this works. Any person who's making an honest attempt at fixing an organization is going to take a long time to do a forensic audit. You're going to have forensic auditors dissect it with a fine-tooth comb and with a scalpel to make sure you're getting the exact right stuff out that you need to get out and make the program better. You don't just go in and kill agencies that are investigating like Elon Musk did, or kill the CFPB for no reason.
Let's do what you say, and nothing will fucking
No,
change.
it would change if the American people would vote for better politicians and actually pay attention. But no, we have to go for the big rich guys
like
because they just
Biden,
say they
right?
have all the plans.
Kamala would have fixed it.
Nope. No, if
Oh
you
my
guys would vote
God.
for people who actually have brain and can actually talk about this stuff, we'd be forced to have better candidates too.
Who are you talking about?
Anyone you guys elect have zero economic literacy. You have zero literacy about the government at all. You just give up instantly. It can never change. Yeah, it can change it. We've had major reforms in our history, but we need to vote in politicians who want to do that.
It can change. I'm saying that this is the change. What you're suggesting is that we
Do you
stick
think
to the status quo.
Putting the richest person in human history in charge of unilaterally cutting government programs, you don't think that's a conflict of interest when those programs are investigating his companies for fraud and abuse? He's the one that's under investigation for fraud and abuse, and he's the person you want cutting all these programs. By the way, someone who has a good relationship with the Communist Party of China, Tesla has said they reaffirm China's socialist values. You trust that person to go through all of our data as a government? That's crazy.
So you don't trust him because he's rich? Is that your problem?
I said a lot of stuff there. It's not just because he's rich. It's because he's the richest person in human history with huge conflicts of interest being investigated by the same agencies he's cutting first. And he wants to get into the financial sector, which is why he killed the CFPB and lied about it. And yeah, he is involved with Russia and the Communist Party of China. He does have business with them. So yeah, those are all very valid points and conflicts of interest. Yeah, that's how the elites work. That's how the elites get their power. But you don't really care about the elites. You're probably just mad about like trans people, I assume. How do you feel about trans people?
That's really weird tangent. I'm not sure where you're going with that.
How do you feel about trans people?
How do I feel about trans people? I think
Yeah.
I think we're all made in the image of God, and everybody is God's child, and they should be treated with respect. And I don't know why you're fucking making me...
No, you made me happy. Thank you you made my heart bigger today. I'm like the Grinch. That's so beautiful. Thank you.
All right. Well,
New
this
donation
has
from
been fun.
Sliver.
It really has. And I don't have any
$10.
hard
The longer
feelings,
one
and I really
listened to
did
him,
enjoy
the more
that
obvious it became that his
exchange,
inability to
and
speak
I
was
will call
closely
back,
connected with an inability to
and I hope
think.
you take that from me.
Okay, just remember, the elites do not count Elon Musk or Donald Trump because they're your daddies and you love them, and they're not like other girls. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the $10, Sliver. The longer I listened to him, the more I realized his inability to think was tied to his inability to think, or his inability to speak was tied to his inability to speak. Thank you. I love hearing it out loud too. Let me fix those really quick because I want to make those last longer because they go away pretty quick. I want to make them last. The text bubble. I want it to stay up longer. How do I do that? Animated overlay, budgets and widgets, activity feed, stream alerts, donation widget. Thank you. That was really awesome. Stream widgets, going to settings. There's the
New
test
donation
alert.
from someone. $3. This is a test alert.
20
How
seconds.
exciting.
Oh, but it's 20 seconds? Or is it until the next alert? Because that's not 20 seconds. That's really quick. Message duration 20 seconds. Oh. Position, background. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. I don't know. I can't do it much longer than that. Alright. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Please drop a like and subscribe. 1 second. Oh. Now, the way you manage very complex and delicate systems to make them better is you take a giant wrecking ball to them, you break them to pieces, you tear them apart, you take the pain right away. And that's how you carefully manage very precise budgets. Imagine believing that, bro. Imagine just listening to that, being like, "Yeah, bro, that makes sense. You sound like a man with a plan right there." More of this, more of what? More of what? Yeah. Well, I've gotten no good videos out of tonight. I really hate these callers. I hate tonight's callers. I'm not gonna lie. Tonight's callers have been the most annoying callers of the week so far since Sunday. It's been actually painful. Holy crap. Extremely painful. Shoot. Okay.
Call from
Leo from California.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, how you doing, man? Love your show. I kind of feel bad for you, man, to have to simply explain yourself to Trump supporters that I honestly feel like they don't want to do any research for themselves. I honestly feel that they just want to hear just nothing but good news, nothing but, I don't know, what has been told to them on the Joe Rogan show, but not looking up real facts. Dude, I really feel bad for you that you have to do that. And if you're a Trump supporter listening, you have no idea who you're voting for. How it's going to impact you. And not just you, but your family members, that these government agencies that are going to get cut. I feel bad for our country at times. That we're going to be sent back, man. And I can kind of see it, slowly happening. You think about it, Elon Musk is the richest person in the world. Do you think he cares about guys that go to work like myself every day? They're trying to cut they're trying to cut Medicare, Medicaid, and these basic things that we need.
Yeah, all they need to do is repeat slogans and people believe it. And you're right about the cognitive dissonance is literally feeling uncomfortable when you come to information that contradicts your worldview. So they're literally having cognitive dissonance whenever they meet. It's very true that if you grow up and you live around immigrants, for example, or cities, you are usually pretty friendly with immigrants. You like immigration. But if you live in the middle of nowhere and you don't really interact with immigrants that much, other than a little bit, then you're going to be very anti-immigrant. So it's a fear of the unknown. It's a fear of tough conversations. It's a lack of empathy. They're emotionally fragile to the point where they're scared to feel empathy, and that puts them in a really vulnerable position where they feel the need to defend themselves. And instead of having deep thought and critical introspection, they don't really have that. So they just lash out and result in anger and violence, and that's really scary because you don't want someone who has no emotional regulation to have weapons or to have power, because you can easily direct them to hurt their neighbors and everything. And that's why I do care about understanding, but I feel like it's tough love too. I feel like when I see working class people turning against each other and just saying yeah, Elon Musk is on our side, he's helping the human race. It's bro, you're falling for the most basic dumb form of propaganda. I need to call it out. Even if you don't listen to it, I can't baby these guys anymore. I can't baby them because they don't want to do a Google search or because they think it's too hard. It's their personal responsibility to not be abused like this. But it is sad to see, and we're all going to be pulled down with it.
Yeah, the last caller, you asked him what he said, what that meant, and he really couldn't describe it, or he was reading from something that he just found out a little while ago. And
he mocked me too, right? He mocked me for asking him. He's like, "Oh,
yeah.
What does it mean?" He's like, "Oh, it's a group of people that are put somewhere to do something." I'm like, "That's a."
And it's just common sense, following somebody that works hard is a leader, rather than following somebody or voting for somebody that's never been in your shoes before, never had to struggle before, never had to get up and feel lost, it's just, it really does suck, and the way people demonize immigrants, this one guy asked them, hey, has an immigrant ever did anything bad to you, or anything to you at that matter? And the guy was like, no. But this other guy was like, yeah, they do. They, do the jobs that us Americans do not want to do. I wouldn't go out there and do that. I wouldn't be in the fields. They're doing more than that. They're working in jack-in-the-boxes, and they're working on our cars. They're working on, so many things that, it's sad to demonize them when they're the ones basically carrying us.
Well, these are the same people who would also defend every single billionaire's right to own the entire world. And it's like, you could take every immigrant and multiply them by 50 million, and it's not going to equate to the number of, or the amount of money that the rich have stolen from us as a total working people. Humans in general have been screwed over by the ruling class, whatever that might be. Our resources are strained for no reason. For what? AI and smartphones, for huge luxury projects in freaking in Dubai, or not Las Vegas, to become even a bigger capital, go into building casinos. Our human resources are not being put towards even all these self-proclaimed Christians that don't follow anything Jesus taught. Like, it really it's really sad to see everyone fighting each other, and there's more than enough to go around for all working people in America, outside of America. We should have a more free world, but yeah, the people they're afraid to engage in the nuances of it. And I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to reach them, and maybe they're not affected by Medicaid, or if they are, like the guy I spoke to earlier, they feel they deserve it. They hate themselves. Like, they really do hate themselves. There's self-hatred. There's a lack of confidence. They don't think things can ever change, and they've given up. They are weak people who just want to be mad all the time, and they're happy being mad. Being mad is addicting, and it lets them avoid their own personal failures, which I don't blame people for, but it is personal failure if you're going to give up and not come together with your neighbors. If you're going to punch down constantly, no one has the courage to come together and punch up to put our differences aside. And that's really the big message that we need to get around. But even like it is hard when the Democratic Party has such shitty leadership and their messaging is so pathetically bland. But like it's still, it'd be nice to have a narrative for the Democrats to get people to follow, rather than just like, yeah, well, they're better technocratically with the bureaucracy and they're going to bring better institutions. I wish there was a better narrative, like if Democrats actually stood against corruption in a real way. I don't know.
No, you're right. I mean, Kamala Harris, I'm from the Bay, so is she, but I really wasn't that set, I wanted kind of somebody else, but anybody but Trump, because I felt that anybody else, even a Republican, I would vote for a Republican if it was somebody loyal, somebody that didn't lie every time he was, like invading, like how he said that Ukraine, invaded Russia or started that, like that's a straight lie right to your face. And these Republicans in office have to agree with that. I don't know how they can go home to their wife and their children and say, yeah, Donald Trump lied about that, but I have no choice but to side with him, or I would be voted out. Or, I mean, it's really it's sad. It really is sad.
Well, I would walk over broken glass. I'd walk barefoot over broken glass to vote for
New
TJ,
donation from
or not
Slipper.
TJ.
$10.
To vote for,
the sad truth is
Mitch
that most
McConnell.
evil
To
is
vote for
done
Mitch
by
McConnell, I
people
walk
who
over
never
broken
make up their
glass.
minds to be
Thank
good
you,
or
Sliver,
evil.
for the $10. The sad truth is that most evil is done by people who never make up their minds to be good or evil. Yeah, that's very true. They can be led in a certain direction by the really evil people, by manipulation. And that's one reason that orators, good speakers, a good narrative, charismatic leaders, that's the way that fascists get power, but it's also the way you defeat fascism, which is another reason the Democratic Party scares me right now, because their leaders are negative charisma. They're not charismatic at all. They cannot speak. They don't understand the current media environment. The way you defeat these movements, the way FDR defeat fascism in America, was using the radio waves effectively. Was being a very influential and very motivational speaker. The New Deal was more of a conceptual piece than it was a policy one. The New Deal policies came after FDR, you can argue, with our highway systems and more expansive programs. I mean, Nixon passed the EPA. So that was a whole cultural movement that FDR did. And you can argue we need something similar to that now, to push back against the narratives that they have, because they have propagandists. They have literal hired propagandists to make their information as convincing as possible, and they also have really fundamentalist religion behind them as well, fake religion, because they're not really following the Bible, but they do have that cultish mentality that they literally say Trump is the living Constitution. They say Trump is the living Constitution. Trump is God. If you go against Trump, you're going against God. That's never a good thing to hear from your opposing political movement, for sure.
Yeah, and I've said that before, like I go to church, I feel, Jesus, died for our sins. And if you talk bad about Jesus, that's blasphemy. You shouldn't do that. And that's how these mega voters feel about Trump. And it's really sickening, But like you said about propaganda, that's the same thing Hitler and Goebbels, did in Nazi Germany. And now I feel that that's what's happening now. And these Trump supporters, he wasn't saying about a lot of stuff that he's doing now, today. And, he was saying, oh, I'm going to drill, baby, drill. We produce, as much as
they don't care.
ever, right? No, but at the same time, he's selling them a dream. And they're like a used car salesman. This car will now break down, and they're buying that. So
No,
now
they're easy to scam, yeah.
it sucks, because now it's pretty terrible. Hey, listen, I
Well,
love
everything, just really quick about the Jesus thing, everything Trump says and does is completely anti-Christ. It's completely, he's not the Antichrist. I don't care about that, but he's anti the teachings of Jesus. There's a reason they focus so much on Judeo-Christian values and the Old Testament and talking about God. They literally quote every part of the Bible that's not concerning Jesus, because Jesus would have been against them. And nothing, they say, the animosity they have towards immigration, if anything, celebrating immigration is terrible enough, but we should be approaching this stuff with discipline and pain. Jesus said to love your damn enemies. Jesus said to love your not the way that Trump loves Putin, but to love your enemies, love people that disagree with you. Yeah, like love people even in those difficult times. He says there's no value in treating someone good who treats you like a king. There's no value in treating someone good who gives you gifts. There's no value in treating someone good who adores you. There is value in treating every person good, going over our differences. Jesus's big thing was radical inclusion, talking to the outcasts of society. Everything the Republican Party does today is anti-Jesus. They avoid Jesus in the Bible for that reason. Jesus never said shit about gay people. Jesus probably would have said it if it was that a big deal to make your entire political party about it. But Jesus did make it a very radical position to be pro-poor, anti-extreme wealth, anti-wealth in general, anti-gluttony. Meanwhile, Trump has a freaking dollar, a cash goat statue in his Mar-a-Lago, literal freaking Satan ideology, symbolism, respecting wealth over and greed over humanity, wanting to genocide Palestine and kill Ukraine. It's just insane. But yeah, thank you for calling.
Yeah, no, I totally hear you, and right, Donald Trump is for himself, always will be for himself, and it's really sad that they have to lie in order to stay in power. Yeah, man. Hey, you take care, man. I'll call you later.
Yeah, thanks for watching the stream. Have a good one.
He lost the election. It's like
crap. Hooligans stay on the way. Thank you for the $2 Jolah fan account. At least he has empathy. Oh, about that caller, yeah. Thank you for the coffee donate. Oh, thank you for the $5 Cup of Joe. I didn't see that. Thank you, Cup of Joe.
when we gonna let go?
Yeah. Let me check my Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal real quick. Oh, someone sent me $5. Thank you. On what, Cash App? Thank you, MP. I really appreciate it. Keep it up, Jolah. Your message is so important. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. All your donations really support the channel. I'm a little exhausted tonight, which is why I'm being a little bit more spicy and all over the place, a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe I'm just the same, but I feel more frantic because I'm tired. But any donations are greatly appreciated. It's gonna be my birthday week too. So if you want to donate through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, Jolah Politics, $500 million saying happy birthday, or coffee. Those are the best ways to donate. They take the smallest percentages, and coffee says your message out loud through TTS, so at least you get that benefit. But yeah, donations everywhere, YouTube. Channel memberships start at $3 per month. Channel memberships start at $3 per month. $3 per month. Really appreciate all the channel members that follow this channel. When you like my streams, share them, like my channel, share them. Come for streams every night, 10 p.m. Eastern time every night. Really appreciate having you guys here every night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Most nights, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. Thank you. It's my birthday week. So. You like spicy? Yeah. Who can stay on the way? Stop begging and get a real job. Oh no. Jesus would do this for free. Yeah, dude. Wow, all about me. Before. 3 days before. Yeah. Effing YouTube losers. You're a degenerate. I agree. Donate your money to charity. Wonder if I got any fun voicemails.
Hey, you online?
Nice. What is this one?
Trump is a shit, man. Fuck you.
Okay, thank you.
Play my last fucking message, bitch, on your fucking live podcast, you stupid fucking bitch.
Jesus.
And I'll fucking defend any fucking point that you have against that fucking man. Fuck you, Elon Musk is cutting more fucking bullshit out of this fucking country's budget than any other man has ever in our lifetime, let alone our fucking country's history. Go fuck yourself. So mote it fucking be.
Jesus. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm going to close the shorts stream and open it up one more time. Because I'm like that. I don't know if I'm going to keep on going. I'm a little bit tired. If you want to guarantee a call-in with my new short stream, like I said before, to guarantee a call-in, you can send $10. With your phone number and your first name, your PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, with your phone number and your first name. Oh, man. That's crazy. Yeah, $10. Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo if you want to guarantee a call on the stream. First name and phone number. I'm ending the short stream, like I said. Restarting one more time. Man.